Action.
Hello out there. Welcome back to another episode of Two Sticks. We're going to hit you with another cover today. For Two Sticks, my name is Scott.
I'm Belida.
And Belida, do you want to go ahead and introduce the song for him?
Actually, again, I've never listened to this all the way through. I got this idea that we should do covers for this week, so we've been doing covers. And I ran across Alyona, the other vocalist, and was impressed by her. And then I noticed, oh, there's a attractive lady here doing Led Zeppelin. So I listened to just a few seconds of this. I'm like, okay, I need to bring this to the fans' attention. So this is Sina feat. Alyona and Andrei Cerbu. I don't know if they're brother and sister, or sister and sister, or husband and wife, or whatever. I just know that Alyona does some amazing Led Zeppelin vocals.
I'm excited because Robert Plant's voice is so unique, so I'd love to see how someone could kind of deal with that and try to cover it. It's going to be interesting.
And I haven't listened to this all the way through, just a tiny bit.
So this is Black Dog cover by Alyona and Andrei Cerbu.
Hey mama said the way you move gon' make you sweat, gon' make you groove.
What do you think of that voice?
Right.
I'm trying to wish it got thick, gon' make you burn, gon' make you sing. Hey baby, when you walk that way, but your heart and dream can't keep away.
We've got a lady on the drum. My man on the guitar is hitting it.
He is, man. He's got Jimmy's hair, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely related. Oh, dear. I get this weird feeling English is their second language.
Funny thing about Robert Plant's voice is he was so full and sexy and all these different things. It's so hard. She's doing a great job, by the way, but you can tell she's even having to move her body to be able to get into that place where she can deliver the vocals properly.
It's not like she's trying to do 10 push-ups. She's trying to, do something incredible. She's trying to do something that's very difficult.
But you see, if you guys notice in the video, she keeps dropping her body and she's trying to get into the song. I think that you have to do that with a vocalist like Robert Plant because of the way he was and it came through in his music.
Yeah.
So.
To be fair, Robert Plant did a lot of that too.
Yeah.
To be fair. Getting into it. It's definitely a band with good hair.
Look at her teeth too. Her teeth are immaculate.
Yeah.
A little bit yellow, but they're all there. There's a lot of them too.
That's an interesting commentary. They're all there. But this is Missouri.
Yeah. That's not guaranteed, right? Go to your local country kitchen, you'll see some shit.
I think she's... Goodbye. You're dope. She is dope.
You know what's
You
funny?
are dope.
She sounds like she smokes my brand of cigars. She's a little bit raspy. Did you catch that? A little bit raspy.
There is a rasp.
There is a little bit just like that. Some of that in there. That didn't sound right, but there's a little bit of that soul in there. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think it's serving her well on this song.
But Robert Plant had that too. She's like, Robert Plant was considered an attractive man, and there are women that just went out of their way to court him, right?
Right.
And she's an attractive lady. She's a female Robert Plant,
Yeah.
And on top of that, she's got charisma and stage presence. She reminds me a lot of like a wedding singer. You know, I've seen some really tall, attractive, musically talented wedding singers that travel. You know, wedding season, they're raking in thousands and thousands of dollars doing weddings, and maybe never turned pro because they had other things to do, but could have.
Yeah. And
she's definitely really talented, really got a lot of charisma and presence, and you can tell. Look at the expression on her face, like there's so much concentration,
the forlornness,
yeah,
the sorrow. She's really into the song. I think weddings or a cruise ship, you know, she would kill. You know,
she's killing it
like,
now.
What? He's nailing that guitar.
It helps that she has two really skilled musicians with her. You know?
Yeah.
They can give her the energy she needs, and vice versa. Woo! Haha! I'm just blown away by the drummer.
Yeah, the drummer's great. I like the drum set too. Beautiful.
She's trying to fill John Bonham's shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one of the greatest rock drummers of all time.
Does that give you goosebumps?
Fucking rock and roll right there, man.
Holy shit.
That scream right there, or that bellow, whatever that was, that was rock and roll. Woo. You know what's funny about that is that Robert Plant was great at that, but another guy was really good at that, Rob Halford, like from Judas Priest. He did the same thing, and that became so cliche and so iconic. You know, that really high pitched, almost falsetto, kind of like vibrato-y, like scream or whatever.
You know, I just got to make a statement.
It's really cool.
Not necessarily just for this, but you know, there were many great metal singers who had that high pitched voice. You know, Geddy Lee comes to mind. Robert Plant comes to mind. Right? They hit the high notes.
Yeah.
And you know, they were guys, and that's kind of what made it interesting. But maybe that's one of the trends of the future. Is we're going to have a lot of ladies step forward and step into that role. And you know, do the songs and put their feminine energy into it. You know, into what are very masculine songs. And I think it's very attractive. I think it's very amazing and arouses all kinds of emotions. It maybe not be the best word, but
there's two really good bands that actually have that precise thing that I found out about in this last year. One is called Oceans of Slumber. They have a great black female vocalist, and they're a metal band. She's got a great voice. And then another one is Ginger. They're from, I think, I don't know, Eastern Bloc country somewhere. But their vocalist is a female too, and she's got a great voice. So I think you're right. I think it is going to come into the fore more as these decades progress.
And I love it. You know why? Because it's there's stuff that I grew up with, and you grew up with, that we really like, really love. And it's being reinterpreted in a very unique way by these young women. You know? And let's give credit to the guitarists.
It's also funny that they needed a woman to replicate Robert Plant's vocals.
Right.
Isn't that funny? Anyway.
Badassery going on right now.
Guitar sounds great.
Yeah. Drumming.
Yeah, she sounds great.
Again, they're all punching way above their weight class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the other
Sina.
names in the video. That was the other musicians there.
All right. You know what, man? That was just incredible. Something comes to mind. The difference, like there's science, right? And Isaac Newton said that he did what he did because he stood on the shoulders of giants. That's science. you're building on what came before. But when you have young kids like this, they're probably not all kids, I shouldn't call them kids, but when you have young people like this covering something, right, and hitting it, it's almost the opposite. It's not standing on the shoulders of giants. It's taking the giants of the past and supporting them on your shoulders. You know, you're carrying a tradition and a weight. And the challenge is, can you replicate it, and can you put your own essence into it? Can you take something of old and make it new? And I would say they definitely succeeded.
Yeah, another, just like the Rush Free Will cover that we looked at, that was a near flawless cover in my opinion. The guitar playing, the drumming, it was all on point. It sounded just like the original. Her voice was great. It was, you know, it was just, she was hitting all the same notes that Robert Plant did in that song, but her voice, like I said before, it had a little bit of a raspiness to it, which I kind of like in female vocalists sometimes. Like it gives it more of like a rock and roll kind of feel, you know, like a little bit edgy, a little bit, you know.
It's got a Melissa Etheridge-ness about it.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't listened to much of Melissa Etheridge, so you guys will have to. But I feel like the really, really clean female vocals lend themselves more to genres like country and sometimes pop and oftentimes like R&B and those genres. But rock is about being a little bit edgy, a little bit rebellious, a little bit off the beaten path. So, I don't know, I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm not going to verbal diarrhea on you guys, but Belida, do you have anything else to say?
Hey, great job. Like I said, this week we decided to do covers, and I think it was a great decision because we saw so many interesting new young people doing covers of old stuff. Makes me feel really good knowing that things are being taken forward, that you're not forgetting some of the great songs that came before, but you're not just blindly repeating them. You are putting something new into them. And when you do your new work, you know, when you all do your personal career, your new songs, your new musical pieces, your new arrangements, those influences will come into it and evolve. And you know, we were kind of thinking about doing a discussion on the future of music, and you know, that's what we're looking at. These covers are the foundation on which the future of music is being built. So thank you all so much for doing what you do.
Yeah, thank you to all of the musicians and artists that appeared in these videos. We appreciate the work that you guys are doing. You guys are all awesome. So thank you so much. Guys, if you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe below. For Two Sticks, my name is Scott.
My name is Belida.
And we'll see you guys next time.